Hello, everybody. I guess in old X-Deus guildies that watch my videos, I think. I'm gonna do the rundown on the second Tabaxi Jailblazer life, and I think I'm also gonna try to do a little bit of an explanation on AC and PRR and other defensive things on this build because I didn't do a standard melee at all. So here we go. Gonna open up the character sheet, and again, I mixed 12 wizzy, monk 4, warlock 4, and the whole purpose was to go and make a cloth wearing monk tank. Okay, so complete sarcasm on this build, right? Everybody's got to go play that monk as a quarterstaff user, Henshin, or Fists of Fury, and I decided not to. Starting stats were dump strength, it's an 8. Dexterity, I went in with a base of 15 because of weapon finesse. If I was going to actually attempt to do some damage, I could probably actually swap that feat out for more tankier stuff. I don't even need it. Constitution was the maximum at 18, and then I put 5 points along the way in this. All con on the way up. Intelligence was a base of 13 for combat expertise feat. Wisdom was a 16 because I knew as a monk you're going to get a wisdom bonus to your armor class, which I'll go over in a minute. And charisma, I started out with a dump because I just didn't have enough points. It's almost like with this build you need 4 stats, and that's kind of hard to do. So if I hover over the armor class thingy on my character sheet, you're looking at all the bonuses that you get for being or to your armor class that are possible. And this build will work off of the dexterity bonus and the wisdom bonus for being a monk. Okay, so I'm getting an extra 20 out of that paltry 51 wisdom and an extra 18 off the dex at the same time. It's 38 extra armor class out of it. As well as with the monk levels, you're getting a +3 just for being centered. So the dodge chance isn't as high as what I want. It's coming up at 14% to dodge. However, unbuffed, or with my own personal buffs from the wizard side, it's still listing an 86% chance at level to not take damage, basically. The PRR is coming in at 215. MRR is at 120. Alrighty. Um, I guess I had been chatting about DDO's changes with the epic defensive fighting feat, um, which is giving you a competence bonus to hit points depending on what style of fighting you are in. So in this case, if you did go in as a monk with just your fists, there's no there's no real bonus there for having that on. Okay, so what I did is I went in and got two weapon fighting um, for the extra hit points out of this, and used two kukris, which are centering weapons already for monks. Now, again, as a spellcaster, you're going to lose all of the range on all of your spells and scrolling uh, if you do take the epic defensive fighting. But most of my spells on this build anyway are just for self buffing. Really, the Tensor's transformation, primary things that I'm getting a bonus out of that are the dexterity and the con, and the +6 alchemical bonus to armor class while this is active. So it's kind of difficult to explain. I've been transferring over the way that I build tunes based on the feats that are available at the epic levels, and I've kind of changed my philosophy about how I've been building them. Like, I used to be really like, if I was going to be a DPS caster, I was going to go all in and throw caution to the wind with defense at all. You know, if I was a healer, I was just going to be a healer. I don't really care too much about the rest of the stuff. Try to get your spell powers up and whatever. If I was a trapper, I was going to go be a trapper first. You know, that kind of sort of utility building. If I was a tank, I was going to go all in on tanky. I'm not even going to worry about the offense. Not really a threat generating sort of build. But now, since DDO's got these things out there for you to take, I'm having fun trying to combine them uh, in 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 weird ways to come up with something that I don't know that they're leading me into. Who knows? All right. The drawback with the Warlock is with defensive fighting on, you cannot activate the the Eldritch Burst that comes out. Now I'm gonna shut off the defensive fighting right now, and I'm gonna put that on so that you can see it. Oh, click it on. What is this? The Eldritch Aura. And so, yeah, I lose a bunch of hit points, but I'm gaining the benefit of that angry aura uh, hitting people. And if I open up the enhancements tree and I look at the Eldritch, hold on, the Enlightened Spirit tree, um, I did dump 15 points in here, mostly to get the extra hit points and stuff. And I'm not sure, this is if the Eldritch Aura is active. Now the Aura of Courage will still go, which will help your buddy's immunity to fear, and allies around you gain a +4 morale bonus to saving throws against fear, passive +5 healing amp. Okay, so I didn't realize that I didn't realize that if you had defensive fighting on that, this is not your Eldritch uh, aura doesn't can't you can't combine the two. So I've been running around just in defensive fighting, and then that only leaves that aura of courage available and active. Okay, so this is another thing that could get tweaked. You know, all these points really they don't matter except for resilience of body, which is always active. It gets you extra PRR, and rewards of tribute, which is helping out my intimidate and some other skills. I also took the action boost defense out of here. Uh, this is just a an action boost to get more armor class and PRR for 20 seconds in case things are getting dire. Now, most of the points that are in here then are in the Pale Master and Eldritch Knight. In terms of the 5th tier, I'm up in the zombie form, and I took the Ascendant Shroud on this build. Now, the thing that I don't like about the Pale Master, if I am doing a tank, is none of these other things up here are relative on the 5th tier, really. If you're not going to be an offensive wizard, they're useless for you. Animate Ally will animate them as undead. Some players don't like that. But the Necromantic Focus, if you were doing negative energy damage for the wizzy, would be something to take. Not that big a fan of turning into a bat. You know, I think that the top of this tier is really, it's just not as beneficial as some others. The Eldritch Knight, on the other hand, would allow me to go into the Knight's transformation and have benefit again if I was an offensive wizzy, melee wizzy, to use the Eldritch Tempest Strike. But I am focused mostly on doing defense. So 33 points in there, 17 in the Eldritch Knight, and that's for, yeah, if I was more attack orientated, I like Spell Sword. I like to imbue the weapons with whatever I want. And there's also some gems available that are going to boost the Eldritch Die Step or attack dice if you want to pursue that route. Now, 17 points in a Tabaxi Trailblazer, but none of the stuff that's focused on using a quarterstaff. Kind of a sarcasm build here. In terms of feats and this AC number, if you look down, I don't know, somewhere around the middle, there's a 55% AC bonus listed. And this was the purpose of building this tanker. Of that, you're getting 10% feat bonus for combat expertise while it's active. In Mountain Stance, which is the Grand Master of Forms, you're getting another 20% total armor class. I fight exclusively in Mountain Stance. Part of the sarcasm is that will slow down your attack speed if you are meleeing, and the zombie form also slows down your attack speed but grants you more constitution and makes you tougher. It does give you a damage bonus, but you attack slower, even slower. Okay, so that's 30% between those two. And I'm pointing with my mouse, which probably won't show up on the video. I have to apologize for that. And then, what else was I getting that from? Hold on. I have a set piece on as part of my filigrees, and I believe you cannot modify while it's equipped. Really?
You can't put aside the inevitable.
Okay. I am using bravery throughout for a 5% armor class bonus. And I'm also using Grandfather's Shield and Snakebite dually for another 5%. So I believe I'm getting 10% out of that. And what am I up to? 30? That's 40%. The final 15% is coming from a set. The Siren's Charm. That's listed as an artifact bonus to armor class. Okay, so I got that number up to 55 standing, but in the Eldritch Knight tree, you're also getting improved mage armor, which is a 10% exceptional bonus to your armor class, your total armor class. So that was the purpose, was to combine all these feats and other thingies with this improved mage armor to get your AC super high. And other things, I guess PRR. The improved shield is giving you another 10 physical resistance rating, PRR. And it gives you the shield bonus to armor class and immunity to magic missiles. So, if I do run, and you're going to see this number up, if I am going to be doing the tanking duties, I always make sure that I got these guys on. The improved shield and mage armor and all the rest of my buffs. And we'll watch that number change significantly. The other thing I did take is the Epic Mage Armor feat. It's a 20 armor bonus to AC. And then I trigger the Tensor's Transformation, which will last a couple minutes, 3 minutes, 30 seconds or so. Excuse me. And that number goes up to 378. Now it's listed as a 65% AC bonus. So that's where I'm usually at when I'm doing tanking, trying to get that number up. I wanted to go try to get up over 400, but I think I could have done it if I got rid of some feats and worked on more dex bonus and more wisdom. I'm opening up the feats page here. So yeah, Bulwark of Defense, Epic Toughness I did take. So obviously I also took one toughness along the way to get up to this 4,534 hit point number. I did take Epic Spell Power Negative as when it comes up. I'm not sure what level these all come up at anymore. Destiny feats are Defiant Warding, Epic Mage Armor, Guardian Angel, and Perfect Two-Handed Fighting. That was just to get that extra bonus to hit point. That's the fourth one, so it's probably a 20% confidence bonus to hit point. Now, I guess the active epic destinies that I have are the iconic one is the Tiefling Scoundrel, which is giving me 10% striding per stack of this past life. I also enchant weapon is from the Arcane. Colors of the Queen is from Primal. Power over life and death is some more negative energy spell power. And this is from the Divine tree. And extra fortification is from the Martial past life stance. Gives you extra AC passively anyway if you get those done, but this just adds what, 30% fortification. Open up that stats again. Fortification in zombie stance is coming in at 352. What was that? What are we doing here? Zombie form. So I took the zombie for extra hit points. Up here, after you pick your form, up here on the 5th tier, the Ascendant Shroud will give you, while in zombie form, a 30 plus 30 to melee power, plus 10 PRR, and your attacks will deal 10% more damage. And then you also benefit from a 10% profane bonus to maximum hit points. So all those are stacking up to get to that number. You want to try and pick your bonuses along the way if you are playing tank to get ones that stack. This is profane. The epic defensive fighting feat when active is a competence bonus. And then in the falconry tree, I'm also getting a 5% quality bonus to your maximum hit points. The only reason why I really invested in this tree is to get wisdom to hit and to do damage if I did have to fight something. So this build kind of led to other ideas for making I guess either short sword fighter, ninja spy, or 2 commas instead of doing the standard hand wraps and or quarterstaff. I like, yeah, it's something I'm thinking about in a future video, because I might have to do a different type of build for my 3rd tabaxi. Okay, so the other thing is epic destinies. Lots of ways to go here. I am primarily using the Sentinel, Unyielding Sentinel, even though it's got better bonuses for a shield user. I can't toss that, do the 9th challenge and toss a shield because I'm not using a shield. So, but I did like to have Spark of Life out of this tree. It's another 25 hit points, and you get death block on your armor. And some other things sprinkled in are the Grandmaster of Flowers. I actually got 20 in, and I didn't even max out this last tier here for hope. The last hope. The great monk hope. Okay, some of the things like Strength of Stone for the Grandmaster of Flowers is really giving you extra hit points, more PRR, acid absorption, and it doubles if you're in mountain stance. So that's good. It seems like this third tier on the monks here is all about defensive stuff almost, except for the fire one. That's straight up for offense, attack and damage. Bonuses are doubled if you're in fire stance. So you gotta kind of see what you want to do if you're gonna be some kind of monk. These things on the bottom, I am able to bypass adamantine and evil damage. Disciple of morality, evil. And then taking, disciple studies, +3 heal. Heal helps my negative spell power and positive. So I went with it, +10 positive, negative, and repair amp. As long as we're talking about amplification, this is where I'm at. Positive's at 80, negative's at 82. Repair 20. Now, the other things from Legendary Dreadnought, you get more heal amp out of here, even if you're not in the Dreadnought, so that's okay. Shrug off punishments, more hit points. Push through the line is going to give you a +3 to all ability scores for the duration of the action boost. And 1 extra action boost out of here. Now, there's a way to get that 15% bonus to armor class with the 3 gem set, but if I am wearing the Ender set, I'm strapped for gem slots. It's kind of like the whole purpose for wearing the Legendary Siren's Belt and the Siren's Ward set is just to take care of that extra 15% armor class bonus. It gives you some artifact bonus to shield. Quarry Infused Core is my con item, and it's my minor artifact. It's a trinket. And so the other thing that I am wearing is the Legendary Helm of the Red Dragon and the Red Dragon robes. This gives you some guards, the Incineration Guard. Also, I really don't have that many high-end cloth armor sets. Another set that I am wearing is the Legendary Omniscience and the Ring of Thelis. Whole point about wearing this ring is the spell resistance. And looks like I don't even have a Diamond of Dexterity 12 on, so I don't even have a true Dex or Wisdom item +14. There's another way to maybe shuffle some stuff to get higher stats, which would raise your AC a little bit more. Dodge chance goes up to 28% with those buffs on. That's pretty nice. When it's maxed out. Okay, a lot of interesting combinations, especially if you did, even if you did just a straight up melee and went into Grandmaster of Forms or Grandmaster of Flowers. Lots of stuff to to play with. I like the new Epic Destinies a lot. I've been having fun with that. Okay, the rest of the feats. Alright, Warlock feats are kind of insignificant. The Abysmal, I'm in the negative Warlock. As a lawful neutral alignment type, you can pick out the negative energy Eldritch Blast one. And I didn't even really work on it after I just made that discovery again. I think I knew better. Quick Draw, I think, is granted, or maybe I did take that along the way. All of the martial feats, combat expertise is there. Deflect arrows is a feat that I took from the monk side, and from the Tabaxi racial tree, I believe you also get it. So you could block some stuff once in a while. The combat styles are there: greater 2-weapon fighting, improved 2-weapon fighting. What else did I take? Did I take anything else in there? Monk feats or monk feats? It's just the feline agility. Nope. Did I take bullheaded even? See. Yes, I did. I took bullheaded. It's giving you +2 to your intimidate checks. I think that's it. There's a big rundown on that tank. So far it's been okay for legendary hard raids. I haven't experimented with it higher than that, but not your typical build. Pretty fun. Anyway, thank you all.